Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome to Fam and Beyond. I'm your host, DJ Gove.
Chris Davis.
How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. What's going on with you?
Oh, not much. Everyone out there, I
Back
think, is
to back,
doing good.
I mean, we're doing shit close together these days.
Yeah, we're doing
crazy.
it. Well, so I mean, sometimes, you know, like I'm not gonna lie, we try to stay as topical as possible. We don't have the stuff that we can't just like stop working in the middle of the day and hop on and do videos and stuff like that. We have to kind of schedule shit, you know.
However, this one kind of lines up pretty well with
It's pretty good.
fairly big story coming out of Hollywood here.
So this we're gonna do it basically like a one subject kind of thing on this one. But if anyone hasn't heard, because they live under a rock, Netflix, the company who Blockbuster could have bought for about $100,
Yeah.
Has put in the accepted bid. It still has to go through all the regulatory stuff, right? Or whatever. We'll let Chris talk about the business stuff. I'll just rant and rave. They will be buying Warner Brothers Studios for $87 billion. I don't even know where Netflix has $87 billion.
They'll borrow. I mean, they'll take some. It'll probably be, it's all cash. So not a stock and cash deal or anything like that, but you can certainly leverage. It's kind of mind-bending that you can borrow that kind of money.
They're going to sell the Stranger Things kids.
Don't even need to. Probably don't even have to put them up for collateral.
It's like some rich guys have like freaking like Lucas and Dustin hanging in a fucking cage above their fucking bathtub.
It's when you think of things like Marvel was sold for 4.5 or 5. Star Wars was sold for $4 billion.
I don't fucking get it. The money is astronomical. I mean, we'll get into like the nuts and bolts and stuff.
There's a lot of accountants projecting out future value of a lot of IP.
Basically just making shit up. I wish I could do that. I wish I could just make up money out of the fucking sky.
I mean, just go through the IP they own, untapped IP that they own. Yeah. They will own at this point, right?
Yeah. So we'll get in the nitty-gritty. So I just want initial thoughts. What are your, like when you first heard about this, I mean, you knew who was in the market to bid on it, right? Mm-hmm. Number one, I don't know why Warner Brothers has to sell off. And again, it's weird because it's just like the Warner Brothers like movie studio, like TNT and TBS and Discovery and all this other weird shit's not part of it, but like...
Yeah, all the CNN, all that kind of crap is going to stay separate.
With Discovery.
HBO Max.
HBO Max and the HBO catalog.
And all of the studio assets.
They sold Polly Walnuts.
They sold all of that.
When you first heard about it, what was your initial thoughts?
Out of the likely buyers, it made the most sense to me.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. It's with these type of transactions, this is Netflix Corporation buying it on their own for cash and debt, but they're essentially just giving the shareholders cash, right? This is keeping it away from all of the private equity people that everyone rails against, that these soulless money men that are going to just strip mine and it's all bottom line. You're actually selling to another entertainment company. Paramount has private equity money involved. There's outside investors. Okay. Netflix is Netflix.
Yeah,
They still have the creative control. They are an actual studio. Netflix has the single most popular piece of new IP to come out this year with K-pop Demon Hunters, right? Yep. So it's not like... I think it's disingenuous to paint Netflix as just a streamer.
No, they're an entertainment studio.
They're building studios where studios in Hollywood are getting sold. Mm-hmm. They're actually physically building campuses.
Yeah. So, so basically, like, if anyone doesn't know, like, Hollywood being the hub of your entertainment is over with. It's gone. Hollywood's dead, right?
It's a location. There's offices there, but
so my initial thought is that it's because of the way I think, which is why it's good to have the yin and the yang, because I don't think, like, what you just explained does make perfect sense, right? And I'm actually glad for that. I didn't want, just because, and we're getting to the what includes with Warner Brothers. There's a big part of Warner Brothers. There's two huge parts of Warner Brothers that I hold a great deal of love for. So I don't want them split up and piecemealed out like a
DC and the Starbucks at the studio tour.
Lord of the Rings, New Line.
Yeah,
it's part of it. So
New Line's there.
So that's good. My initial thought was like, oh no, movie theaters are screwed. That was my initial thought. It's like movie theaters are dead.
I don't think movie theaters are dead. Here, movie theaters only go away if your award qualification doesn't require a theatrical release. The second, if that happens, then movie theaters are on life support. There'll still be some people that want to go see, but it's going to be more your Alamo / boutique type places. It's more of an experience than, I mean, you're worried about movie theaters going down, but compare movie theaters now to 5 years ago. Movie theaters have been on life support for a while.
They have.
It's your biggest concern.
Little pops here and there, but nothing crazy, right?
A one-off here and there.
Yeah.
I mean, Disney's going to do well with Zootopia 2, right? Disney's had a string of shit. Tron's on streaming. They left that fucker in theaters forever to try to get money out of it. To try to milk it. They're leaving these things in for a ton of time. Like, I actually didn't mind what Warner's did. They knew where the break point was with Superman. Yeah. We crossed like 550, approaching 6, we're done.
Yep.
We're not going to be those ones that leave it on one screen for one person to go to try to eke out a few more bucks. Let's get to the next revenue stream.
Well, and the other thing too is, and they wanted you to know what happened
streaming and
before Peacemaker started.
It made perfect sense.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's go over this is not everything. Obviously, Warner Brothers has been around since the dawn of the movie industry, right? So like in some of the greatest movies of all time are Warner Brothers movies, but this is just a couple of the little IPs. So obviously the big one is DC Comics. So Netflix now will now own Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, etc., the Green Lanterns, all that stuff.
Yep.
From what we've heard, James Gunn is staying. They're staying. The plan remains the same, status quo on the DC side.
Zaslav is going to stay in place from what they're saying.
I mean, they will probably, I would imagine Batman will be coming faster. They'll force that hand probably pretty quick. All Batman all the time because Batman's your moneymaker, but we'll see. Yeah,
I could see more Bat properties. I don't think the Reeves Batman, I don't think that movie moves any faster.
By the way, little side note, do you hear the Sparkle Bat 2 is starting pre-production, I think? Or is it in production?
Yes. There's been some casting rumors.
Yeah, so Zoe Kravitz will not be back as Catwoman. I actually didn't mind the Catwoman as much. Like she needed goggles.
She was fine. It just doesn't have a place in the story from what I've read.
But it looks like you might be getting Scarlett Johansson. There was a rumor out there that you're going to get a villain that has never been tapped for live action before. You might be getting a Mask of the Phantasm kind of set with Scarlett Johansson.
I saw some fan theories around that.
We'll see. It could happen.
I don't care what you put her as. I'm good.
Oh, the red hair's back. Okay, so anyway, we have so obviously DC Comics is huge, right? That's massive. Harry Potter is massive. There's that Harry Potter TV show coming, which is going to be the lifeblood of HBO Max.
Yeah, you're getting another reboot there, essentially.
They own the Looney Tunes now, which granted they haven't done a lot with Looney Tunes, but now you have Netflix has excelled in the animation game.
Oh, they've been crushing it.
So I mean, if they're smart,
you can go back to all of that.
I mean, imagine if they gave Renegade hey, do like a Marvin the Martian like anime. I mean, they could do some cool stuff with that. Like
release all the OG stuff.
Seriously, you can't
just
get
take it out from under wraps.
They also own the Wizard of Oz now. At least they own the movie rights to the Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz property itself is still owned by the family. The Lord of the Rings, like I talked about.
Yep.
Game of Thrones, The Big Bang Theory, and all the stuff that goes with that, all the merchandise and everything like that. Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network is essentially dead, but
I think comes with. I think those properties come with it, but like that's the only TV one. I think
they got the IP from that.
Yeah. And they have the other studios, the New Line Cinema, the Castle Rock. Which was Castle Rock is all the Stephen King stuff.
Castle Rock Studios. Castle Rock is a Stephen King thing, but Castle Rock Studios was separate and apart. They've done a bunch of other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's a lot of old stuff like Casablanca and stuff like that too.
They now own the Hanna-Barbera catalog.
Hanna-Barbera,
which is ironic since there's Marvel characters in some of the Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
So again, this is massive. I mean, Warner Brothers has one of the outside of Disney, I think, the biggest bucket of IP, at least cashable IP. Like obviously, every studio has different IP, but like Warner Brothers didn't just lease the Looney Tunes or lease whatever. They're going to own it outright. They own DC Comics. they don't own Harry Potter. They lease it through J.K. Rowling, but they have
own
the
all
rights,
the film rights
for like a millennium or some stupid
It's
shit
essentially
like
in perpetuity as long as they keep creating
Pretty
Harry
much.
Potter con. Same way that you got shitty Fantastic Four movies and you continue to get shitty spin-off Spider-Man properties from Sony.
that. Yeah, you get shitty spin-off Harry Potter movies just to keep the
Yeah.
fucking thing going. So
It's Castle Rock Entertainment was founded by Rob Reiner. It's a subsidiary of Warner Brothers. Iconic films, legendary storytelling, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
there was the Lighthouse.
It was very much the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just trying to see which, I can't remember. The Rob Reiner part makes sense. It was absorbed into Warner Brothers. I mean, this is another one that was headquartered out there. Filmography, here we go. List of Castle Rock Entertainment films. Yeah, this starts like late 80s.
Yeah.
When Harry Met Sally, Lord of
There
the
we go.
Flies,
Yep.
Misery, City Slickers. I mean, the catalog, Honeymoon in Vegas, A Few Good Men.
Super underrated movie.
Lots of Billy Crystal, A Few Good Men
Mm-hmm.
is one of them. In the Line of Fire. You do have some, because New Line is a spinoff of Castle Rock. It's tied in closely.
Okay.
They worked. I think they work closely together. It's like Needful Things and Malice, more City Slickers. Yeah, Shawshank was a Castle Rock property.
there we go.
So it's interesting that they named it Castle Rock. It is a lot of the Stephen King.
It's a lot of the Stephen King stuff.
Dolores Claiborne is
Yep,
on there.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
you do
I
have
know.
a lot there.
I think Dr. Sleep was on there too, right? Dr. Sleep, I think it was Castle Rock.
Maybe Striptease was. Hey, come on, Dracula, Dead and Loving It was on there.
Fucking killer movie.
You can't get away from that. Last Days of Disco. So yeah, you go on. I mean,
Watch the history there. Watch
it
the
goes
history.
all the way to the 2020s. Spinal Tap 2.
I gotta watch that. I realized that came out. I saw the DVD at Walmart. I gotta watch that.
Yeah, so you got a
So,
bunch of there's list
so
of
much
properties.
stuff. There's so much stuff. It's borderline ridiculous. So again, I was kind of worried about the movie theater thing. Let's get into like so what does this mean for the short term? Right now, nothing. Right now, this is they can't even sign off on it until I would imagine they have to go through government regulatory stuff, which will take a couple months probably.
Yeah, at least.
So you're
It
looking
takes
like,
a while to get through that.
and yeah, we're talking again, like Chris said, we're talking a lot of fucking money here, a lot of money. But
It's north of 80 billion.
That's a lot
You
of
think they haven't gone through the regulatory pieces and know how they're going to attack that?
no, I know, but you still
It
have to
buys a lot of lawyers.
Oh, of course, but you still have to do the do, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
as the kids say. So I'm sure I know. Like I've seen some like stuff online because a lot of people like whatever they don't get it right. People who are like there's people who are like super duper like movie fucking historian like film buff people. There's people who just watch stuff. We're kind of in between. I think the two of those. Like I love history movie. I don't live, breathe, and die this shit. Right. And there's people just like sit on my couch while I drool on myself and fucking click the clicker. So there's all kinds of different realms.
Which is the
And no one
vast
knows what the
majority
fuck's
these days.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing is I don't think people like what's this going to do to the cost of Netflix? Netflix is already very expensive by standards of other streaming
Well,
services.
Let's talk about it from a business standpoint.
There we go.
So think of the amount of content that they picked up, already pre-made content in one fell swoop.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that they now own, they don't have to pay licensing fees on to be able to show you on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So that entire library that they're adding, they just got thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands of hours of content for free.
Mm-hmm.
They're already just with the sheer ownership. So there's no more, their cost structure changes. So what they have to charge doesn't necessarily have to change immediately for the cost of Netflix. And a lot of the people that were doing HBO Max are getting it free. So they're saving $15, $17 a month.
Does it make any sense business wise to keep them separate? To be like, hey, if you want all the DC stuff in the Harry Potter, you have to still subscribe to HBO Max. Would that be more palatable to a consumer? Suppose like, hey, we're jacking Netflix up for another $15 bucks. I'm paying $35 for Netflix. Some people might look at it like, no, I'm only paying $17 for Netflix. I'm paying $10 for HBO Max, and they don't realize that they're still getting got. You know what I mean? Does that make like
You can do it.
I'm one of those people. I'm not paying that. I get two of them. Okay.
You can do it short term, but people are going to figure it out pretty quickly that you're just gaming the system.
Much like
to
Disney
soak
and
them
Hulu,
twice.
kind of.
That's exactly it. You're just gaming. It didn't take long for Disney to get to a single bundled service for ESPN, Hulu, and Disney.
Yeah. Which, by the way, you bundle when you do the bundle, you can't watch Monday Night Football. Like, what the fuck? I had to buy Sling TV the other
And
weekend.
a lot of these things. So think about this. We're talking about all these bundles, all these various streaming services. But if you have T-Mobile, you get Netflix for free. If you have, on my Spectrum, I went back to Spectrum for cable. from YouTube TV because they give you every frigging app for free. I got Paramount, I got AMC, I got
So
Disney,
you're not paying it, someone is. They're
free.
still getting the revenue from it.
Exactly. So I don't think it's going to have the massive impact on the consumer short term.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
You're going to see the big number. Like, did tickets to a Warner Brothers movie go up any of the last 3 times they were sold?
No, I mean
it doesn't. Nothing changes there. Everything's going to get more expensive, but I don't see this being something where Netflix is going to double in price just because they paid. Netflix gobbles stuff up, and if you go back and look at the way they operate, the creators they have on retainer that then they never do anything with, that they're paying tens of millions to,
Zack Snyder,
like these dollars that they're spending, they will put tens of millions of dollars into a 6-episode show that they then mothball. Because it didn't work. We'll go to the next thing.
Yeah.
They have that kind of money.
Yeah.
These guys just did. Their stock was trading at over $1,100 a share.
That's crazy. You could have bought. I could have bought them for like $7 at one point in time.
They did a 10-for-1 split.
Jesus Christ.
I had like $3,000 in my in one of the E-Trade accounts, and literally bought 3 shares just to let it split the next week and have 30, and I will just let it sit there and see what the hell happens.
Jesus.
Roll it into the larger. But yeah, I don't see them. I mean, right now, here's the thing. We're talking about $82 billion, some of which is being financed, right?
And like there's futures and all that stuff, probably, right?
Netflix market cap, just with what the company is worth now after the split, right? $425 billion. This is in the teens, for Christ's sakes. It doesn't move the needle to buy all that content. Yeah. And it's content that they don't then have to go produce.
It's crazy.
So they backfilled a chunk of what they need to do, and they have the opportunity to then go and attack any of these underdeveloped properties. Yeah, right? So I don't.
Yeah, it's
I see your concern when it comes to the movie theater part of it. But I think there's still. It's not a fear, because Netflix has essentially become the place where a lot of people complain that there's no more of the smaller comedies. There's no more of the rom-coms, that kind of stuff that was in the theater.
Yep.
The other studios stopped making them. Netflix is the only one making them.
Yeah, did Netflix do the one with with Kevin James and Reacher?
Yeah, Netflix. That was Prime.
Oh, Prime. Okay, Prime did
a streamer.
Prime did like the John Cena one and stuff like that.
Netflix is the one that gave Sandler $50 million
to do all the Sandler stuff.
To do all the Sandler stuff. You don't. If Sandler had to go through the traditional studio system, it's dead in the water, because nobody's going to drop 50 to make 30.
Yeah.
Because most people are going to wait until they can stream it or do that kind of stuff. So I get people worrying about that, but I think in my mind, it's a little misplaced, because when you look at what Netflix is doing, they're creating more original content than anybody these days. I mean, literally cranking out. And when you look at a Prime or something like that, like one of the big Prime shows, I believe it's on Prime, Reacher.
Yeah.
That's okay. So they cribbed somebody else's property that had already been done before. Netflix is actually taking stars, and they're hiring writers to do original stories.
Give them like development.
You're getting original content out of some of these. So I don't see why it would change. I mean, you're looking, Netflix is the reason you had a fucking Masters of the Universe cartoon. Because the guy who runs Netflix I was a huge Masters of the Universe fan. Go do this.
Hey,
you know what?
We won't drop names, but big friend of the show. Actually, I talked to him about a week ago. He's got a bump too. He's got a new position now. So I mean, it's. I think when Disney bought Fox, it was a little bit different, because Disney has Disney Plus, obviously, but Disney was still in the business of making movies for theaters, right? I guess they
still are.
Yeah. The theater thing was kind of scary for me, because I don't want to lose theaters. I love movie theaters so much.
I think it's going to be more event movies.
Yeah.
I think something like
the Stranger Things finale.
That makes perfect sense. You want to go see it in the communal. You see theaters are doing, fandom is doing what used to be pay-per-view. So when we were kids, you could actually go to like the Worcester Centrum to watch WrestleMania on closed circuit. and they put up these grainy fucking screens,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just showing you the same pay-per-view feed that you could have got at home if you wanted to drop the cash, right?
Yeah.
It's an entirely different model now. I think you're still going to have your tentpoles that go to your big screens.
Yeah. Like your Lord, there's new Lord of the Rings
Your
movies
one,
coming.
like-
They're going to be on.
We talked about this on a previous episode. So your Running Man,
Yes.
that didn't need to be a big screen movie.
No.
That was one. I mean, it was Edgar Wright. You had names attached to it. It was because there was Glenn. But look at the results.
Wah, wah.
It was fine. It was pretty to look at. You had a bunch of people that you know as you're watching this movie. Oh my God, there's Thanos. Oh, hey, that's a dude from Severance.
Yeah.
Like, it's all people that you know in key parts. It's not drawing people.
It sounds that does sound very Netflixy, doesn't it? It does. When you see it like that.
Now You See Me, that could have gone to Netflix. That could have been
That
something.
actually made money, though.
You don't know that. That's the thing. It
I'm
made
sorry,
it brought
that,
some, but
that actually generated revenue in ticket sales. How's that? Better?
that's it.
Better.
But you had a really expensive
Frank.
cast. But that's one that you could. That's the type of movie that you could churn out in a month and a half on a Netflix studio and trade off the IP. Mm-hmm. And are you telling me you wouldn't watch a Four Horsemen story every 18 months?
Fuck yeah, I would.
If they came up with another one?
I'd watch this every day.
Fuck yeah.
Because
you don't
Wookiee
have to
back and
have-
everything, like all day.
So because you want to release that in theaters, we have to get everybody. I have to pay Morgan Freeman. I have to pay Jesse. I have to pay Woody. I have to pay Ilsa to come back.
Well, spoilers, you don't have to pay Morgan Freeman anymore.
I have, Morgan Freeman, 105 years old. I mean,
Yeah.
we've moved on to the pharmaceutical portion of Morgan's career. But these are the things that I'm more excited about what the potential could be.
Okay.
And here, just to look at it, I mean, I'm a prime example because I've actually moved back to cable
Yeah.
because I got so pissed with the number of streamers, right?
Yeah.
So you look at this stuff, I am more aggravated now the fact that there's like 7 different streamers that I have to pay for to see all the shit that I want. So all we wanted was a la carte, right?
All we wanted, yeah.
And now all anybody wants is, you know what? We should put all this shit back on one thing. I get it. We'll call it cable.
This is too difficult.
And we're just going to give you all the shit that you want to watch
Yeah.
for one price a month.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It sounded good back in the day.
It's when I added it up, I'm the laziest person when it comes to subscriptions. Like, I'm the last one to cancel.
Yeah.
On all of this. I finally
He also doesn't share any of his pastures, brother. I just want to put that out there.
That's true. You're welcome, Ted. Holding the fort. It's just by going back to Spectrum and picking up their apps for free, I saved over $100 a month to
Yeah.
go back to cable.
That's crazy. Holy
How
shit.
insane is that?
That's nuts. Yeah. That's
And I
nuts.
picked up extra. I got ESPN Plus for free.
That's
So
crazy.
now we're back to $180 for my gig line and all of my cable and all my streaming apps.
Yeah.
That's it.
All I have is
I have to pay Netflix separate.
I have the Disney bundle. I have Netflix. I have Prime, obviously. Prime, I have mainly for the shipping part, right? For the
TVs.
commerce part. TVs.
And I like watching the Thursday night games.
Yeah, that's true.
Now there's basketball in there.
Yeah, no, it's weird. One thing that I kind of thought of too when this happened, and I'm probably like jumping the gun on this, right? But like, so
Please.
I talked about, Hollywood isn't exactly Hollywood anymore. We know people that live down there, and they're filming stuff in Atlanta, they're filming stuff in Kentucky, they're filming stuff up here. Hell,
too expensive.
my city's been torn apart. It's been The Walking Dead for a week, 2 weeks. I've been able to go to fucking work because there's zombies.
Little side, thank you, Walking Dead, for taking care of Ziggy bombs. That receipt was next level.
Oh yeah, it was no.
Good,
So yeah,
good on you for leaning into the local establishments.
They felt kind of bad. They blocked the street off, so they the Walking was it The Walking Dead, City of the Dead, the one with Negan.
Yeah.
We have a local place, Ziggy Bombs cheesesteak place. Buddy Mike owns it. Awesome place. They bought the biggest goddamn catering order. Holy shit, man! It was ridiculous.
It was akin to, now this is such local bias. It looked like the Bruins drink tab after they won the Stanley Cup. This thing went on for like 100 feet.
A lot of kicking chicken strips. A lot of kicking chicken strips. But so obviously there's gonna be ramifications to this, and this kind of stuff. It's gonna be a slow burn, right? This isn't all gonna happen at once, right? There's gonna be, this is gonna take a while. This is 2 giant entities coming together. This isn't like this isn't Joe's Hardware buying Pete's Hardware. This is big. One thing I'm wondering, as you talk about, Hollywood, like kind of like shrinking in like base as far as movies.
Yeah.
And all the actors moving out now because California's so fucking expensive. And the you know, some people like, I think like Rob Lowe and shit said like they're sick of being like the fucking piggy bank for fucking the state pretty much. You have Netflix building a
Rob Lowe. That's funny.
Well, I mean,
like he makes enough to be a piggy bank.
No, but I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But he did like I'm sure. Even though his residual checks are pretty crazy, right? Like
it's fair. A lot of them had moved. Like people are living in Montana. They'd be living in all these other states, and they're just flying in when they have to. But if you film in the state, you have to pay taxes on your earnings.
But
in
not a lot
the
of people are filming in the state anymore. So there's a lot of that money is left the state. Netflix just bought 500 acres in Jersey or some shit like that.
They bought the old Fort Monmouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Or a good chunk of Fort Monmouth.
Yeah. So Netflix is building a massive, massive movie studio in New Jersey. Do they close the Warner Brothers lot in Hollywood and move all the archive stuff up here and do beat? No?
No. Because that's, okay, so you want to go back to the business side of this, right?
Yes.
That's still just the studio tour is a revenue maker.
Okay. Let's say you do the studio tour in Jersey.
It's not where it was filmed, though.
Fair.
You'd have to move streets. You go on that studio tour, you see, and it's very much tied to, it's almost like a living museum at this point.
Oh, 100%.
So you're charging $50 or $60, whatever it is per person.
It's so worth everybody.
To go. You have all the archives there. And because of when it was built, if they wanted to, they could even look at getting that studio on the historic register.
Okay, so maybe
which is what they tried to do with Henson Studios because it was the old Chaplin Studios. So this ties to you can't tear down the buildings or something like that. You have to keep it in certain form. God bless John Mayer for saving that thing. Just the most random of all the polls. Yeah. Kid from fucking Greenwich, Connecticut goes and buys Henson Studios for us.
Living my dream.
So, in more ways than one. Just look at his dating history. So the
legendary woodsman, John Mayer.
No, they've dumped a bunch of money in there. You could see it become more of the touristy. You could still use it for your executive offices and things like that.
Commercials and shit. And
there's stuff like that you can do easy.
Events.
And having the facilities right there, you don't have to do, no movies have been made on the lot in a long time. They film scenes, more TV shows. Mm-hmm. It's funny. There's one thing that's on that tour. Heather always gets a kick out of it. It's the one thing she'll hop out of the cart for. It was the dance hall in Gilmore Girls. It was like some restaurant in Pretty Little Liars. It was something else.
Yeah.
It's like a wooden shack by the water, but it's still movie history there. I think that stays. Netflix isn't going to move their headquarters from Hollywood. Okay. I mean, you drive by the Netflix building when you're on the 5. So
I'm curious. And obviously it's still going to be called Warner Brothers. You'll just get like a Netflix boom before the movie, probably, right? Like,
yeah, or could just say Netflix.
They'll probably be some kind of, there'll probably be some kind of new branding, new logo or something.
I guarantee you're going to still have the same music and the gold hued video as you're going over the Warner Brothers studio, and it'll just say a Netflix company or something like that.
Yeah. No, I
don't think you need.
It's crazy. Man, it's a.
Look at the consolidation. All these so DJ up on a screen here has a list of all the major franchises and studios, right? Look at the studio brands.
Yeah.
New Line, Castle Rock. These companies just acquire other things. HBO and HBO Max. Mm-hmm. That was like Turner Properties, weren't they? Back in the day, Cinemax and HBO were separate.
Cinemax was
CNN was a Turner property. They
Showtime is still
Showtime.
Cinemax
Was,
HBO bought Cinemax.
Showtime's still separate. Was Showtime part of Paramount? So I find it funny. Paramount wants to complain that this is going to create a monopoly when they would just be doing the same thing and they want to buy it for the IP.
Yeah, but they bought CBS, they bought Nickelodeon, they bought all this other shit, right?
That's the thing. And you've already allowed Disney to buy
Fox,
Lucasfilms. Disney owns That was the genius of the Disney purchase of Star Wars, right? Fuck the Star Wars characters. They paid for Star Wars before the next movie came out.
They made it back in BB-8 toothbrushes. It was the production wings. It was the art departments. I
always joked. I'm like, look at any of these things. Look at the DC movies. Look at these. everything's still produced by Industrial Light and Magic.
Yeah.
They got a taste of everything in Hollywood. It's so nepotistic that to try to, and this is why I think it's going to skate through, right? How are you going to prove that this is an antitrust violation when all you want to do is the same thing?
I don't know what an antitrust violation is.
So basically a monopoly.
You're asking the wrong guy.
They want to talk. So what they're trying to say is this is going to create a monopoly. Actually, Paramount's going slightly differently. So your politicians are worried about a monopoly. No, a monopoly would be if they were going and buying all the other streamers. They're just buying another content creator, right? They're buying one streamer who has had their name changed 5 times because it hasn't been that successful.
Yeah.
It's HBO Max. It's Max.
It's Max.
It's now we're back to HBO Max. Now we have different music. Yeah. We'll give you a new intro. Come on. So Paramount's just trying to say, oh, you ran a rigged game. You knew that you wanted Netflix to buy it.
I mean, I don't.
Okay, so this is like, here, Sherry, this is for you. This is like Sports Ball Minute, right? This is like the Red Sox want to sign a free agent, right?
Mm-hmm, correct.
So we'll go like last year, Juan Soto.
A free agent is a baseball player who is not under contract with a team and can sign where they
Kind of
like.
like when Chris is jobless every couple of years.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So they want to sign Juan Soto, and the agent says, oh, DJ, Mr. Red Sox GM, he really likes you. He really does. We're talking to the Mets, but he really wants to go there. Yeah. Could you get your price up just a little bit?
Like a very expensive dancing girl.
Yeah. So DJ says, shit, I only wanted to go $600 million. I'll go all the way up to $7 million. And the next morning it's announced that Juan Soto signed with the Mets for $750 million.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's all this is, right? It's not a rigged game. Most of these guys know where they want to land.
And I don't get I don't get the bitching and moaning because it's like, if I want to it's free market. If I'm selling something and I think you're a dick, I'm just not going to sell it to you.
Here's what's going to come down to, right? Where they're buying it for cash, if there's any provisions in this deal that the stockholders get to have a share on the other side, who do you want running this? Paramount? Or the guys who built Netflix from the mailing of DVDs to the fucking close to $500 billion conglomerate that it is now? Come on. It makes no sense. They're going to have a very steep road. The only thing, brace yourselves, probably get a little tight. It's going to get a tiny bit political. The only thing that slows this down is if it starts being a red versus blue, left versus right kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because the one thing that we do know about this president, it's pay to play.
Of course.
Look at, they finally listed the people for his inauguration in his ballroom. It's all the corporate companies like, just please don't sue us. Or we need a favor, or...
Yeah, it's no different than like an NFL stadium, right?
It's the same thing. So don't be shocked if Paramount tries to spend some money to try to influence that way. Mm-hmm. My only thing is I think you're probably coming up against one of the few companies out there that has enough fuck you money. That's like, take it to court.
Yeah.
We'll go as long as you want.
Yeah.
You're not going to outspend us. And by the time this actually gets to court, you're going to be out of office. So we have enough money to run out the clock on you.
Yeah.
Rather, are you going to shut down Netflix? You want to really piss off a constituency?
Yeah.
Take away all their TV.
Yeah.
They're not going to screw around with it.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's going to be, I was, since we're on the kind of political wing, there was, nothing against Netflix. I have nothing against Netflix at all, but like there has been some people, not me, not us here, but this has been stated. This is out there in the world, have accused Netflix of being a little too pushy with some of the ideals of a certain side of the room, kind of thing, the wokey stuff. So there's all these like jokes out there. It's like, oh, that's it, goddamn it. Lil Nas X is gonna play Nightwing. This is gonna suck, and just like it was just kind of funny, just stuff like that.
It gives people online something to talk about.
Of course, that's what it's all about. Bitch on the internet. But yeah, no, I mean it's.
How is it different than watching the news?
I know.
You just pick which station you want to watch, depending on which story or which slant you want to hear.
Every station now owned by either Netflix or Disney. No, I mean it's interesting. It's So one thing is going to be fucking kind of cool to go down to like the Warner Brothers studio tour in like the room that had the Justice League in it, all the costumes, see all the Stranger Things kids stuff, like the Demigorgon and all the upside down shit.
Probably see the fucking house.
Yeah.
Like you're going to see the car, you'll see all of that. It wouldn't shock me to see them expand that. Did you see Netflix is actually moving into, I think it's fucking genius. They're taking spots, and we can find it on the website, in some of these malls that are shuttering, or you have a lot of these big box stores closing down. They're basically doing like Netflix experiences.
Yeah, they're doing the Spirit Halloween model.
Simple, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So what are they called? Netflix House. There you go.
Yeah.
Philadelphia is already open. Galleria in Dallas. These are massive malls where they're going to do year-round entertainment experiences.
Yeah, I mean, would you pay to play Squid Game? Probably.
Of course you would.
Of course you would. Now you can play Squid Game against Ron Weasley.
Netflix House. So it's kind of genius that they were doing this at the same time, and now they have a just massive trough of IP if this thing goes through. But here we go. So DJ's pulling up the
Batcave House.
Huh?
Batcave House.
You could do back. You could
Shire House.
Why couldn't you do Wayne Manor? Why couldn't you do a Wayne Manor haunted house with
My
the
fucking brain
Rogues
just broke.
Gallery, right?
Man.
There's things like that.
Yeah.
So now, and you have, this is what makes me excited about this. You have a company forward thinking like this. What the fuck's Paramount going to do with this?
That's true, because
Paramount's going to hope that Derek and Bucket Listers comes to them saying, can we use one of your properties to make a restaurant that's going to last for 6 months?
that's true, because, I mean, the one thing about Netflix is, I mean, not like run completely, but does have, from my understanding, a pretty good roster of, you know, semi-younger executives who are big fans of movies and TV, like our friend Ted and stuff like that. And you know, that's how they get stuff done. Whereas Warner Brothers was run by a bunch of stuffy old men in suits. They kept fucking up all the DC movies. So maybe this is the best. Because they don't know enough to be like, hey, we're going to get out of James Gunn's way. But also, by the way, I really, really like fucking Swamp Things. If you could just push that one forward a little bit for you.
For anybody worried about the DC stuff,
that's all I care about.
I mean,
is
what
DC.
are you worrying about? You haven't had shit to watch in the last 10 years anyways. Like it's just starting to turn, right?
Yeah.
So you might as well.
That's right. I just want to take the foot off the gas with that, which I don't think they're going to.
What studio did the best streaming adaptations of any of your comic characters?
Amazon.
The Boys?
I think so.
But nobody cared about The Boys before that.
Oh, no, exactly. Yeah.
In terms of...
So if you can do it with someone who cares that people care about...
You made people care about...
I'm sorry, yes.
Jessica Jones, you made people care
about... You're
right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Luke Cage. To the point where Disney scrapped their plans for their Daredevil show to make it more like the Netflix one.
Daredevil is so good, I forget that it wasn't like a movie.
That was all early Netflix before they had...
That is true. That's back in the day. Okay.
So you have people that... And the great thing about those, like we hate the casting for Iron Fist, right? But the great thing about all these was Netflix knew they just got creators. They got Chio to go do Luke Cage. And you know what? It was a Harlem-centric, very well-placed version of Luke Cage.
It was good.
To the point where you have people like Rosario Dawson that want to star in these things.
Yeah, that's true.
You have major... Vincent D'Onofrio, who had been literally... He was a movie star.
He's one of the greatest. He's probably the greatest American actor we've had in a long time.
He decides, I'll do Kingpin. Why not? I don't have the same fear. They've been very good with letting creators create.
Yeah. Ooh, take the old Daredevil team and give them Red Hood.
You could do that, or you know what? Find the next Daredevil team. That's what they've been great at.
True. I think they're still under like contract. I think they still have like options or whatever. So,
but I mean, you can find the next one.
Yeah,
you can find guys.
I need to go work for Netflix.
I think you have tons of options. I think this is going to open up a ton of jobs.
My insane imagination is going wasted working on medical software. I should have went to fucking film.
Got to tell my wife it's time to move to Jersey. There's going to be lots of jobs down there.
Seriously. So Netflix, if you need a server engineer, I can cater. I can cater. I can make fried rice and noodles and cheeseburgers and sandwiches and shit.
It's getting close to dinner time.
I know. Okay, anyway.
Hungry.
So Netflix is actually a pretty good segue. We're gonna go ahead and go into Mount Thamor.
All right, kid. What do you think of this?
Okay, so one of the other parts of this whole shebanger, right, with the Netflix and the Warner Brothers stuff is, if anyone hasn't realized, where the hell's my thing there? So one of the bigger licensing deals that Warner Brothers has is with the Universal Studios parks. Universal obviously a separate studio owned by Comcast, but they have no problem paying the money to bring Harry Potter into their parks, right? Because why? Because Harry Potter is money.
Yeah, Warner Brothers was never planning on doing anything with it.
Nope. Now, Netflix very well now could. I mean, first off, it's much like the Marvel stuff at Disney World in Florida why they can't do it. That contract goes for like a fucking million years. You're not getting out of that.
As long as they're creating new stuff.
You're not getting out of that anytime soon. But, so Netflix could build their own parks now. They have enough juice, right? They have plenty of stuff.
They could.
But there's it's an internet rumor, obviously, and it's a thought because, why not? You're just adding on to a contract. That Universal Studios may attempt to lease the DC Comics characters for a DC Comics land or a DC Comics.
So try to buy out Six Flags in that contract.
I mean, Six Flags is going to be out of business pretty soon anyway. They're shuttering Six Flags.
They shuttered Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple other ones too. I mean, you could probably buy Six Flags out for like a fucking cup of coffee.
I mean, Netflix could just buy Six Flags.
Yeah.
And not have to do.
Yeah. That's true. Buy them for a fucking
they already have theme parks.
There we go.
It's never going to be at the same level as Universal.
Netflix land. But so let's do DC characters and or experience, give us an idea of like what you'd want them to do at a Universal Park.
Okay. Yeah, it's too easy because the layup, if you weren't going just DC, would be do Game of Thrones.
Of course.
You could do Westeros.
Yeah, we're just doing
easy.
DC. Oh, fuck, that'd be dope.
I mean, you think about what they do with the Harry Potter shit.
Yeah.
What they would do to build Westeros.
Oh, crazy, yeah. Sopranos.
Oh, my God.
A gabagool shop. Gabagool.
You have a Sopranos-themed restaurant. You could do something like that. Build the diner.
There you go. You could put the Bada Bing in Universal. Butterbeer and strippers.
There you go.
Butterbeer and boobs. I'm a fucking genius. I'm telling you, Netflix, hire me.
So, you've already done the Superman coaster 7 different ways.
Yep.
You could do, and it would tie in nicely with what's coming out next year. I think you had to flip the script and do a Supergirl.
There you go.
Do a Supergirl thrill ride. Shit, bring crypto into the mix, that whole thing. Because the tough part is you have mined the big 2 a ton in the theme parks, right? So you got to get a little more creative there. So if you're gonna need some kind of a thrill ride, I think you lean that way.
There we go. I stay away from Superman just because, like you said, every Six Flags has a different Superman coaster. And obviously they all have Batman coasters too. But however, there happens to be a attraction at Universal currently, the Mario Kart, where it does need an update, and I'm sure they're working on technology anyway.
I want to do this.
I want to do Batmobile. Yeah. Assault on Arkham or something like that.
I called Gotham Breakout.
But yeah, Gotham Breakout. I like that. That's
something
good.
like that.
Batman Gotham Breakout.
Yeah, the ride takes you through Gotham.
From either, and you could change it to either be a Batmobile or Nightwing's bike or something like that. Ride in the
tumbler, do whatever.
Batgirl cycle, something like that. Yeah, yep. you could pick your Batmobile, whatever. That'd be kind of cool.
Something like that.
That'd be dope.
I think a layup, and I don't know why anybody else hasn't done it yet. And Disney keeps mining this idea. Why couldn't you do something along the lines of a Toy Story Mania with just all the DC characters? Yeah, you got Titans on one screen. It's just a shooting game.
That'd be kind of cool.
Take a pick as to whoever you want. You'd be through Joker's Funhouse on one of the screens. You got this on another. There's different ways to do it. Your Starfire shooting asteroids in space or something.
Toyman Mania.
It's something. Yeah, it's not deep, but most of the shit just cribbed off one another. Anyways, exactly. Something like that.
That could work. Yeah, you could have it be like the Justice League gets captured by Toyman.
That's all.
And it's basically just copy the fucking ride.
Yeah, and you get to dark side at the end or something. Whatever.
There you go.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, so one of my favorite theme park rides is Pirates of the Caribbean, especially the version they have in California. I want a Swamp Thing dark ride.
Oh, well, you're just on the boat?
Kind of, yeah. Going through the green and stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool. Hide after getting in there and stuff like that. But you get like a pretty cool, you could do a cool story about it and stuff like that. And you have a big Swamp Thing animatronic. You'd be fighting a fucking another, whoever, like Woodrow, whatever the hell his name is and stuff.
I like that.
That'd be kind of cool.
All right.
And again, you're not having to design anything from scratch. You're really just building the story and the surrounding. The ride mechanism exists.
Yep. All right. You know what I would like? And this kind of ties right into the Horror Nights. They do this already. They build haunted houses for every property under the sun. Why can't you do like an Arkham or a Joker haunted house.
I had Blackest Night for Haunted Horrors.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see the dark version. Like, you're playing Arkham Knight going through.
Yeah. There was a theme park, and I think it was in Abu Dhabi or somewhere over there.
Yeah,
that did, for Halloween, they did the Deceased storyline.
That's awesome.
Where you were like loose in the streets, and there was like zombie fucking Batman jumping off of fucking buildings. Like,
yeah, that's pretty.
It
cool.
was insane, man.
I like that.
I pissed my pants watching the trailer.
I like that.
That'd be kind of cool. So yeah, so you had you had Arkham, right? So
yeah, Joker's Funhouse is probably a little too, but I like Arkham.
Yeah,
because you can do
the other your Killer Crocs and shit like that, and your Grundys and that kind of shit.
You can lean into all of it. I want to see Calendar Man behind glass. I want to see the random. Yeah.
There we go.
You can easily decorate all the cells, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Makes me want to go back and play the first game now.
I know. Oh, man. Okay, so there was an attraction at Universal that they shut down a while ago. It was the, I forget what it was called. It was called like a Poseidon's Revenge or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
That kind of thing.
There's a Poseidon one at SeaWorld too, I think.
Yeah, so it was like an amphitheater kind of thing with a cool thing. Cool. Turn that into a Zatanna magic show with a live action Zatanna and shit like that. And it's like something happens.
I want to see a hot chick in that outfit.
Fuck yes. I'm very shallow.
I'm with you.
The other choice would have been to bring back the old King Kong ride and have it be like a Giganta. So it's this giant hot chick.
Would be good.
Just this hot chick picks up your car.
I was trying to figure out how to make Darkseid into the King Kong ride.
Darkseid's dance party.
Couldn't quite get there. But the Omega beams and the whole thing.
Just Darkseid freestyling and breakdancing with the 5-year-olds. Fucking amazing.
I like that. Yeah. All right, I only got one more. And this isn't a ride. This would be your nighttime attraction or one of your attractions, more of a show type thing. I want them to bring back the old Cypress Garden DC Superheroes water skiing show. Okay. I want superheroes in a pyramid, water skiing, Wonder Woman up top, guy in an Aquaman outfit, none of which looked like the characters themselves. They literally went to whatever the Spirit of Halloween was in the 70s and bought those.
There we go. Oh, that's funny. Okay,
I still look at it at least once a year because I remember going as a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't actually see them. No, I did. Yeah, they were all water skiing.
Jesus Christ.
It was amazing.
That's hilarious. Okay, I got one more. Two of the best theme park rides, right? And we're going forward, obviously, right? Because that's like where the hub is in this country.
The teacups?
Teacups, yeah. Two of the best rides out there right now are Tron Light Cycle Run and Hagrid's Motorbike Escape.
Oh, Hagrid's awesome, yeah.
So the most popular DC character who rides a bike, who is about to blow the fuck up next year, is Lobo. I want Lobo Space Bike Escape.
You could use the same general feel as Hagrid.
Or Tron even.
Yeah, one of those two. Yeah.
And the whole thing's fucking Momoa does all the fucking voiceovers and everything like that. And
all right. Yeah, I like it.
Yep.
I like it.
That ride would fucking slap. And you could hide any other space-based character in there.
And he's enough of a nerd that he would hype the shit out of that for you.
He would be down there at the fucking opening, like slapping people on the ass and stuff like that. Like, he don't give a fuck. So yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one, obviously, by Mount Famo Rules, we both had basically the same idea. Unplanned, by the way. It just makes that much sense.
The Gotham?
Is the Batmobile Gotham Breakout.
Yep, like that. I really like your Swamp Thing ride.
Thank you. That'd be fun, right?
Yeah. I like leaning into that horror element.
And we both love Swamp Thing.
Yep.
You could make it scary as fuck, too.
You could.
You could make it really scary.
Universal's great at that.
I
think that goes up.
Okay. Swamp Thing on the mount. I think you're right. You do need a full-blown fucking like ride. So I think using Supergirl might be the way to go.
It seems like it's going to be one of those. Unless I was trying to come up with more of your flying superheroes.
Oh yeah, I mean,
you could do a Flash theme coaster, but it's not the same.
The S is required somewhere in the park. I mean, you could do Power Girl, and then you could have the mechanism that shoots the train. I'm just kidding.
I mean, there's not really Titans. You'd have to do a Starfire, but I think that's too niche.
Titans aren't going to work for that. You could basically take Hulk, and it's like someone else launches you instead of Hulk, Power Girl or something like that, or fucking Big Bart or something. I don't know, But the S is. I think you need the S, right?
It leans into the way they're going with it. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and you could even do both of them and have it be like fucking like a coaster that goes through the Fortress of Solitude or something like that. So they're both there in Crypto to keep it in the Super Family or whatever that. But we'll go Supergirl Thrill Ride.
Excuse me. Okay.
Okay, so we got.
So that gives you one thrill ride, that gives you a horror ride, that gives you.
And honestly, I think the last one kind of, as much as I am a huge fan of doing the Lobo, because that would be your thrill ride, I think we both kind of had the same idea. I think you have to bring either Arkham or Blackest Night or
do the
DC
haunted house
to Halloween Horror Nights, because that's one of
Makes
their.
sense.
That's like their. That's such a big deal for them down there.
Well, and here's the thing. Universal is now doing year-round horror nights.
That's the other thing. You could
That's
pop
in
that.
Vegas.
You could, yeah. And I
there.
think they're doing one in Chicago or Texas or something like that.
Yep, they're doing Chicago.
So if you get the
Texas.
DC property, you can go fucking ballistic, man.
You can go crazy. And this is the way it's going with the John Wick experience is still up in Vegas.
Did you do it while you were out there?
Didn't have time, but I want to go back to it.
Let's go.
It's
Go do a night.
It looks amazing. It's still selling out every day.
Let's go to fucking. So let's make a reservation for
It's
that.
there.
We'll go to what's the fucking steakhouse there off the strip? The Golden Steer or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's go get a fucking steak and see John Wick.
Oh my
baby.
God, there's so many. But they're doing theme breakout rooms now.
Do you ever order
Why
that
not?
poker set?
Keep looking at it.
I think it's on sale right now.
Yeah.
It's on out there. Okay, so the Mount Fanmore of DC experiences, in case this goes through, it might not. It might be just fucking internet bullshit. Who knows?
It's happening.
Batman Gotham Breakout, which is in the cars like Mario Kart, driving a Batmobile. A Swamp Thing boat dark ride, spooky, scary through the swamp. A Supergirl / Super Family throw
Super
ride, some
family
kind of like
coaster.
Yeah, Fortress, I think a Fortressology coaster would be the way to go. You can fit everyone in there, right?
I say you take it a level up to go like Velocicoaster level.
Oh.
Make it she's escaping from or somebody's chasing or
Supergirl Escape from Apocalypse. Then you can actually
Yeah.
put Darkseid on the ride as
There
the
you
bad
go.
guy instead of the Raptors.
You can work that.
It could be Darkseid and Granny Goodness.
So when you're getting launched through,
It's
you're
her.
leaving
It's like
Apocalypse.
it's evil Supergirl
Yeah.
getting away from Apocalypse.
I love it.
There you go. It's a prequel
That
to the
works.
movie then. Okay, and Blackest Night and Arkham Haunted Horror Nights, which I guarantee is going to be the first thing you get is some kind of Haunted Horror Nights.
That's a layup. They do those. They did a Terrifier. Like
They
that
did
this
fucking
year.
Ghostbusters. They do everything.
It's-
That's an easy one. Like, hey, can we build a haunted house? We'll give you like whatever.
We need costumes, dark lights.
Done,
whatever.
done.
Yeah, it's easy.
Cool. Everyone, thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you could, wherever you listen to us, if it's on Spotify, if you could go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a review and subscribe and vice versa.
Help get the numbers
Amazon
up.
Podcasts. Let's get it out there. This year was all about getting the new show straightened out. We are going to be going to a better video setup. I'm getting a little better at the video editing. We're really trying for next year. We're gonna have some new marketing. The website is built, but we're gonna grow it little by little. Again, and so hopefully we have some big stuff for next year. So, but also don't forget, probably in a week and a half, we're gonna do our Christmas episode. Got some ideas for that. And everyone, thanks for checking in, and we'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Later.